Why is everything broken on me today? Okay, now my OBS is pulling in audio. Let's make
Okay.
sure. Okay, and output's good. It's like everything reset on me for some reason. Anyway, the party's found their way into the Stone Thief. There's water. There's skeletons pulling around on a boat. They had a foray with a octopus full of swords and magic. They visited the Tower of Havather, the mad sailor who pretended to be a wizard. And now they have constructed a raft out of various bookshelves and wood and such and are sailing. Well, sailing's maybe the wrong word when you're being pulled by skeletons with a magically long rope. But they are sailing along the Sunken Sea towards the shipwreck. Seb, welcome back. We'll get to who you're playing in a bit. Do you have any questions from watching last session, or?
No, I feel pretty caught up. I sat down and I gave it, my full attention for 2 hours.
That's what we like to hear. And if you liked watching these on twitch.tv/Pelgrane Press, you can always talk about it in our Discord, linked on stream. Rumham, who are you playing, and what's one pastime the Swordopus does when it's not hunting adventures?
Hello, I'm Romham. I play Kalia. And the Swordopus takes up knitting because they have 8 arms, and that's just like twice the amount of things that you can knit at once.
In the water.
So I'm sure the Swordopus makes like a mean sweater or like a mean beanie.
All right. Certainly that must be hard being an aquatic creature, but I wish it the best. I hope it does make cute little objects. Ellen?
Play Dame Kiri Jadespine, the Dwarven Operatic Bard. And let's see, the Swordopus likes to do elaborate puppet shows for all of the what would you call them? The demon sharks?
Yes, the hell sharks.
Yeah, the hell sharks. There we go. It doesn't really do the voices, but it's got like all kinds of gestures, and because it's got so many arms, it can do a lot of special effects.
All right.
It has a lot of hobbies.
All right. Yeah, it is a very intelligent cephalopod. What is an octopus?
Yeah, you got it. Cephalopod,
nice.
mollusks.
Pow.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Leanne Lawrence, and I'm a commander. So the Swordopus. You know what the Swordopus does? It tries to sharpen its weaponry, and usually ends up breaking it by accident because it doesn't actually know the right way to sharpen a blade.
Mm-hmm. As we noted, like we forgot to narrate it, but last time the Swordopus broke one of its weapons while fighting the party.
Yeah. Probably due to improper care of their weapon. Remember to take proper care of your weapons, or else they will hate you, they will break on you, and if they're enchanted, they might just stab you.
Sage advice from Leanne, the legislator.
You know what? Close enough with the title.
Max.
I'm Max. I play Lucian, Barbarian Ranger, and Didn't we learn last session that one of his favorite pastimes is reading, as this person was throwing him books?
Yes.
Oh, I guess he can read.
What kind of books does he read when he's not studying up on wizardry and spellcasting?
Oh, just like, I don't know, anything that's like dueling or like tutorials, or just I don't know, like action adventures with like a sword person.
All right. Now, quick audio check. You should all hear a comfortably faint soundtrack. As a reminder, you can control your own audio settings with the global volume controls. I keep mine at 50%. You can then turn audio up and down based on your preference.
I don't hear anything.
If you go to the spoon, that's actually a lute. Do
Yep,
you see
I've got them raised all the way.
Do you see
and the
something under
global.
currently playing?
No.
No. Is he the only one having issues, or?
I hear
only
it.
see global volume controls and search playlists.
It
There's
just
nothing else.
looped for me.
You might
right.
want to give your client a refresh then, Max.
Okay.
Everyone else good then?
Yeah, I hear the music.
Perfect. Last but certainly not least, make sure everyone rolls icon relationships, including you, Seb.
Good.
I did. I don't think I ended up with anything impressive.
You got 1-5.
Let's go. Elf Queen 6.
Now today the stream is being done from the GM view because there's an outstanding bug with the normal stream view I use where the chat messages aren't being updated. That'll be fixed in the next version of Foundry, but for now I'm just
Holy
going to...
moly, I have none. That's fun.
But for now I am just going to be doing the GM view, so enjoy that. Without further ado, let's get started.
I got none as well. Sorry.
Oh,
No,
boy.
all good.
Here we go.
Friendly update. Hold on. Always for everyone. Recoveries update. Okay. All right. So you guys have been sailing along the Sunken Sea, being pulled along the shore. Hold on. As I also, there we go. That's our background music. The tinny noise of the swordopus has returned faintly in the distance. Is active somewhere else in the cave right now, biding its time, waiting to see if there's other people that it can spring on. You've kept fairly close to the cave shores here, and this area is especially lit with lichen and other things giving off soft light. You see several large humanoid shapes dashing underneath the water, but it is hard to see what they are or what, it's still very dark. Out of nowhere, in this big splash, a humanoid body comes splashing up. He has a strange jellyfish-looking creature over his mouth. And he doesn't seem to be out of air. It's as if he had just been taking a light stroll, but he is frantically swimming away from other dark creatures underneath. Seb, go ahead and introduce your temporary character. What was that?
It's time to use a rope. Can I bring him on board?
Your infinitely long rope is currently in deployment. Pick one of your other ropes.
The unbreakable rope, which is more like a chain kind of thing.
With a big heavy splash, you throw the chain in, and Talus grabs on and quickly hops on board. Havithar scoots over, making room. You are quite full on this makeshift raft.
My God, it's like kissing a. Oh, hi.
Hi.
He pulls off the small yellow jellyfish from his mouth and
Yeah, I
returns.
like toss it around into the water.
What? When did you enter the thief? Were
Enter
you
the
at
what?
Shadowport?
It did what?
Where were you?
At
2 days
Shadowport?
ago?
2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I suppose I wasn't too far away now, was I?
How long have you been
Well.
in this place?
Talus, just for reference, you have just escaped from being held prisoner by the Sanguine.
Yeah. I I was walking the coast. I assumed I had just sort of fallen into some sort of sea cave. But if you're telling me that I'm in some sort of stone thief, like the stone thief,
Yep. You know of it?
Yeah.
yeah, that would be my luck. No, I was actually preparing a short monologue, if you will. One of the theaters nearby is taking my one-man show.
Oh,
Theaters nearby? By all means, go ahead.
Well, the ones in Glitterhagen, I would never book myself for Shadowport, at least willingly.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
It probably comes to Talus's mind to note that he is still being chased by Sanguine.
Look up.
What?
Look up.
We all look up.
I thought I like came splashing down into the water.
No, you came from
You were
beneath the
running
water up
beneath
to the
it.
raft.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I say look over.
There's dark, big humanoid bodies. Now you can now see the shadows are carrying tridents and spears, and they are very quickly swimming towards the raft.
Of course.
Too
I'm
bad we
going
don't
to
have
scoot
fire.
over to Lucian, who has been the kindest one to me. And I'm going to pull out a dagger and say, you know how to use this, don't you? I'll pull out a second one.
We have weapons, as you can see.
Oh,
You-
never mind then.
You can use both of those, but I appreciate it. I assume you can use them?
We'll see. I'll just, like, spin them.
Spin them.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I hope part of your act was, I don't know, trapeze or something.
With a big splash, one of the Sanguine jumps up, does a flip in the air, and lands on the platform. Others start surfacing from in the water nearby. And over on some of the rocks nearby, some dressed in what seem to be robes or other increments have now bobbed up to the surface and are standing on rocks and starting to wave their arms around as if to do magic. And that will launch straight into combat then.
Can we have our mad wizard use his only spell that he knows?
About this guy.
Because if he scared a lot of people off with this big boom, wouldn't that be his go-to whenever he's in danger?
Absolutely. He's like, everyone get back, and he waves the stick around, and the Sanguine that was there starts backing up like, oh, I remember this guy. And he's like, whoop him! And with a big clap, it lets off light and such.
Okay, do we get a surprise round? Because we know that it does literally nothing.
Yes, we'll give you guys a surprise round then.
Thank you.
Lucian and Talus get a free round, and then we'll start over at the top. As their eyes, unaccustomed to the bright light after being in the dim cave, and their holding their little scaly fingers over their ears, or not really ears, they're just like the flaps that frogs have, right?
Ew.
You get a chance at a sudden hit.
I think we're paused.
Yes, let me unpause. Sorry.
I'm just gonna roll this first. Did that work? Yeah. What did I roll?
I don't see a roll.
I guess I'll just.
You have to actually
type it
roll
in.
d6.
that's
Dice
it.
tray's
Oh.
back, so you can do that. Perfect.
Ah, nuts. Okay, that's not happening.
Oh.
All right. I'll target the first one in front of me. Oh.
I don't
Do it again.
actually think I have a token on the field that I can select.
Your arrow, as he's holding up, he's defenseless. He's holding his hands over his eyes and his ear flaps. Your arrow punches through his chest, and his heart is still attached to the arrow as it flies out the other side, and he
Oh.
falls into the water, instantly dead.
Wow.
Okay.
70 damage.
Do you guys have tokens that you can see and control? Because I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
1 second. Token. Hold on, let's see what vision I need to get for you. 1 second. I shouldn't choose Lucian. Lucian has different flight.
Wait, I could see farther than everyone?
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Cool.
You're a creature
And then
of the
Chris
night.
will just hold action on if any sanguine comes aboard that he'll attack.
All right, how about now, Seb?
I will let you know I'm loading in the last 2%. 100% has been loaded. I'm opening up my sheet. I see stuff on the field. Perfect. Let's see if I can actually target.
Oh, are they books or did the second shot just go?
Because you killed him with the first shot, I just moved the second shot over.
Okay.
And also, right now, because the token health is off, you can hover over them, and it should show you their health bar.
No.
Not for me.
Uh,
Wait a minute. No.
So, hold on, let me double check. Resources, hover by anyone, attributes health. So if you hover over this sanguine, it should have an empty bar.
There's an empty bar at the bottom, but
Yeah.
I don't see one over any of the other ones.
1 second while they might be incorrectly set up. I missed my modules. Oh, yep, those are hovered by owner. Hovered by anyone. Okay, hovered by anyone.
There we go.
Oh, surprising. So how do I engage this? How do I use my sneak attack? I feel like I'm missing that. Let's see. Once
Pretty
per
good.
round, when you make against an enemy, engage with one or more of your allies. So is that guy considered a sneak attack?
Which guy? Do we have the swords? Oh, we
yeah,
do.
the one that you attacked with.
No, engaged means like in melee range.
Oh, okay. That is fair. All right. In that case, I will just do a ranged attack, and it is those sort of endless daggers.
Yeah, wick a dagger from like the sheath on your leg and just flick it out. It's a throwing knife, and you hit him for 16 damage.
Did I manage to target?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. Screen's a little unresponsive.
All
but I
right.
managed
Like
to-
process target.
Yeah, I don't,
Symbol.
it still does that. All right, so now we're back at the top of initiative. Is escalation die 1. That means it is Lucian's turn once again.
Cool. All right. Well, we firing more arrows. Wow.
So anyway, I started blasting.
It's really hard. They're in the water. They're swimming around rapidly. Like you keep nicking them, but it's not. It's just not a lot.
So I get another one. Even worse? What? Wow.
Chip damage, chip damage.
There's blood in the water, but they are still doing fine.
Oh, wait. There's still sharks, right? Had we just massacred a body in the water?
There is a lot of blood and gore from where you killed the one. Yes.
Okay, Grizz will also just hold action again, and he'll kind of actually guard Palace.
Speaking of which, Chalice is once again your turn. I hope you have more knives.
Yes, I will re-navigate back to my sheets because I've been experimenting with Foundry's various options for optimization. I'm coming back at the same Sagwin who's still sort of coasting along. No jokes. No pun intended. Did I get the target? I did. Okay. Oh no, I've started a cataclysmic avalanche. Clicks. Is he standing on deep water, or is he sort of like? Is he standing on like a sandbar?
Yeah, right now he
Is
is
he-
on like he is currently like propping himself on a rock. He is half underwater.
Can I get to that rock without?
Absolutely.
Oh, you're jumping
Okay.
in?
I am going to jump
On
in.
the map, anything that is these like rocks, you can stand on. But anything else is deeper.
I'm hitting him with the double melee attack.
I would not go in the water.
I'm going into the water.
All right. So first of all, these are humanoids, which means that you crit on a 18 plus. You do a nice flip across. You land in the water gracefully. You stab him. You do 16 damage. Is an even hit. He is now staggered. As a staggered enemy, his eyes turn bright red in a blood frenzy.
Ooh.
Which
Okay.
isn't displaying for some reason. All right.
I think both your damage did 16.
Yeah, what are the odds of that?
Both of my.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
Repeat this attack if this was your first attack with this action. So I'm just gonna hit him again.
So now as a staggered enemy with what?
Oh my god!
That's not
Is that
correct.
broken?
What
It happened again! It happened again!
Hold on. Please hold.
All right, one stab of man.
The body just explodes.
So first of all, that is an 18 plus. As a staggered enemy, you crit on 18 plus as well, which means added together, you crit on a 16 plus against a humanoid staggered enemy. That said, that is not an appropriate amount of damage.
No, it's probably not, but I did crit again. So,
What?
I mean, are you gonna take that away from me?
I mean, he's going to die anyway, but I need to figure out why your double melee attack.
It doesn't
is-
look debug later. All that we need to know is that this guy is on track for being one of my better characters.
If he's not a mook, then it doesn't really matter. If he's just dead, right?
Yes. Tell me how this how you crit this man to death as I debug this.
I look sort of like miffed that the guy is still standing after the first attack, so I'll just like, excuse me, as I sort of like walk past Lucian in a hurry, and then very sort of like, how would I say it? Professionally, just sort of like jump over and then walk I walk past him, and as I do, there's just like, and I'm on the other side of him by the time he dies. It's very anime.
Like the Assassin's Creed knife, just like 2 palms into him.
Yeah, just and then I just put them away. I'm like cleaning them off by the time he like realizes he's dead.
He falls over into the water, dead. All right.
Okay. I would. Lucian will advise not to go in the water. That's just like blood water now.
Oh, hell sharks. That's right.
All right. It is now the sorcerer's turn. You guys have certainly done a large number on their raiding party already. You can see there are more bodies underwater. He is first going to see what concoction. Okay, apparently those don't roll. He is going to see what concoction he has. That is a empty vial. It's useless to him right now. He is then going to point at Talus and wave and chant around. And okay, are all of these broken?
Most likely.
Nuts. Well, it appears that all enemies refuse to roll right now.
Got him.
Got him. That is very unfortunate. So, what? I think if I roll it from their sheet, that might be better. Yes. Okay. Well, at least I know what the bug is. We'll have to get that fixed. All right. The incantation hits Talus, and Talus just feels water bubbling in his lungs. He quickly spits out, despite not having ingested any, and takes 15 damage.
He
Okay.
just waterboarded you?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I think waterborne is a little different than that, but
Two more
Oh.
sanguine jump up. It is not their turn, but they end up by Lucian and Leanne flipping out of the water onto the deck.
Chris gets his hold.
Yep, and it's close enough. We'll put it close enough that Chris can do his held action.
Get him, boy.
Grizz just gets a mouthful of water, and he spits it out. It's gross. It's icky water.
you know what?
Icky.
All right, Liam.
At least Grizz got the +1 attack bonus.
Yep.
You know?
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, I feel like my best bet would probably involve stabbing the one right next to me. Call it a hunch. I better hit.
You slice into the creature, taking off part of its gills. It snarls and is like, "Filthy land dweller, you'll pay for that."
My damage looks wrong.
How does he breathe?
I
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
6 + 8 + 4. I feel like I should be rolling a bit more than just that.
Oh, we sound entitled over there.
You know, I just know how much I normally roll damage-wise, and
Your standard melee should be your weapon dice, which should be like a 6d something plus whatever. What are your weapon dice? Your weapon dice are normally d6. Is that correct?
I think due to the way that I think it's D8s because I'm two-handing it, technically.
Are you two-hand? I thought it was technically a one-handed and a shield.
No, we've been. How many times have we been over this?
Okay, I'll mark.
How many
two-handed.
times do we have to tell
You
you?
literally agreed with me on this.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, I have marked it as D8 and as a two-handed weapon. There's a spider on my wall. Gross.
Nice.
All right, so let's try again. That's more like it.
Man, what was? Why did my damage die break though?
You know, updates.
Uh,
Did I apply damage to him before? Yeah, let me apply that as healing. And instead, you slice off an entire like hunk of its face, and it is now just leaking fishy goop.
Oh.
Is he still talking shit?
His talk, it was more like, and he enters his blood frenzy.
Oh. I'd be pretty mad too. I will be honest.
Hey Dane.
I don't know. If I got my face hacked off, I probably wouldn't keep fighting. But maybe that's just me.
Sanguine in particular are known for they being just suicidal freaks that fight to just the last skill.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, they're not goblins.
Speaking of which, is their turn. First, the one that was by Leanne is going
Wait.
to.
Leanne was saying something.
Yeah, look, I've got this quick action, right? That makes you do an at-will attack as a free action.
Oh,
You interested?
Oh.
sure.
All right.
Get the bag, girl!
Okay, we'll go against the same one that Leanne was just attacking.
Yes. Yes.
For a battle chant, which did roll. Okay.
Kill.
That also doesn't quite look like the right number of dice.
5th level spell, 46.
No, never mind. There it is. Okay. Never mind.
At least your magic works.
Oh,
my
good.
gosh, what is that
It's
noise?
getting closer. Anybody want to move or
Yes, I'd like to get out of the water, if that's okay.
go?
Hi! Over here, if you don't mind.
All right.
Wet almost up to my knees. It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, Dame's
Oh
gonna like.
god. Oh god.
Buddy,
Thank you, thank you.
I'm glad you're on the raft.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Got
Such
you.
a nice dog.
Dame, nice show.
Of course.
Unfortunately, that Sanguine Warrior is still up. He's barely, like, you can see bone, or whatever fish have. They have bones, but, like, they're not humanoid bones.
That's bonecist.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
As it was escalation die 1, it gets to add 1 to its attack and damage for the rest of the battle. It gets 2 attacks. The first is a miss as its trident, like it stabs and its arm holding the trident just falls off. And then it just leans in towards Leanne with a bite, but just it's missing too many teeth. Meanwhile,
Nasty.
the one near Grizz is going to go for Grizz first. Wow, okay. Only the bite actually lands. One's going to jump up by Talus and do the same.
No, please.
As he goes in for the bite, Talus whips out a knife quickly and jams it into his mouth. It walks away staggered. It falls back into the water staggered.
Wait, does it miss?
It not only missed, it crit missed.
Oh, I have a thing, I
Okay.
think, for missing. So if... Oh, come on. I'm sorry, my scrolling is not great.
That's okay.
Swift dodge, you are hit with an attack against AC. Come on.
And another one finally jumps up and jabs at the dame with a trident.
Right, so I have deflection. It will hit another enemy. Oh, I need momentum. Oh, my bad.
You have hit, so you have momentum.
Okay, I've not been tracking momentum. It's one
It's
per one
literally
hit.
just.
You have a
it
check-
when
you have a
hit.
check-
And if you've been hit.
Yep. You have a
Okay.
checkbox on your sheet to track it, by the way.
Did
Okay,
the
well then-
hit against the dame land?
It did.
It
Can
did.
So-
can I intercept?
You sure can.
That's like
Then
really
it is
low
just
damage,
momentum. The attack hits a different enemy you are engaged with instead, but only deals half damage. And I don't know if I'm...
You're not engaged
in
with any
engaged
other
system.
enemy right now.
Oh,
Hold on to that.
You could redirect it to half year if you wanted, but
Yeah, that's true.
At the half year? Oh, no, I'm not hitting the wizard.
All right. So first we're gonna roll a d3. It is 3. Very nice. Picking the smallest foes that look most likely to have a low MD. The Sanguine Priest targets the Dame, Leanne, and Talus with a Frenzy Dance.
crash.
No,
Oh my gosh.
That misses.
that misses.
Yep. Man, these enemies might just be too. Are they just rolling really badly? Yeah, that was a 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was a
Yeah.
14. That should have been. Yeah, that was an 8.
All these encounters, just with when you only have like a couple turns with the escalation die, like your rolls just
Mm-hmm.
even as enemies or just as
Enemies don't
person,
get
they just-
escalation die.
yeah.
Every so rarely they will, but yeah, it's
That's the exception.
yeah.
It's more luck based when you only have a couple rounds of combat.
All right, Kelly, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I took Dame, I took that 12 damage. I took it,
Appreciate it.
so you shouldn't have marked it.
Okay.
I took it at half damage, correct?
Mhm.
It's been a while since I've freaking used that thing.
How often can you use that?
It's at will, as many times as I want,
You
as
can
long
use
as
it
I'm
once
meeting
per
the
round,
turn.
and you can only have damage once per battle.
Yes. Actually, you know what? I might just take that full damage. Then,
Yeah.
since- puts me at a cool 100 hit points. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Are the... Oh, my macros are all messed up. I'm just gonna roll from my character sheet. I'm gonna use my Halo.
Halo.
And I am... Oh boy. So you said one of these was a shaman?
Yes, there's a sorcerer over on this rock, and there's a priest over on that rock.
Oh, okay. Got it. I was having trouble seeing those on the map. I am gonna just try and finish this guy off in front of Leanne with a hit from my tower shield.
That's
Wait,
that's the item.
that's the wrong one. Shoot. Where is my... Oh man, this is all messed up. Here we go.
Oh
Holy
my gosh.
guacamole.
Riddled with holes and blood, the sanguine falls into the water and is quickly, with a sudden splash of tentacles, grabbed underwater as the swordopus surfaces up.
That is unfortunate.
And nobody needs a heal, so I am done.
All right, Damon, it's now your
Boy.
turn.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna battle cry at this,
All right,
hang on, what happened?
no, you're good. Continue.
Okay, at the, sanguine that is standing, right next to the dame.
Okay. Now as a note, Battle Chant is not a close quarter spell.
Ah, right! Ugh, okay, what is the penalty again?
They get an attack of opportunity.
Okay,
I mean, on the bright side, Callie does have her interrupt again.
that's true. Alright,
but
fine, we'll go for it.
All right. It gets as you focus to do your battle chant. It takes its attack of opportunity against you. Right? It can't do attack 1 and 2. The bite hits you, and as it's biting you, you chant right into its face and deal 28 damage, and is now not quite staggered. Yeah, not quite staggered.
And I'll interrupt the second one, since that's the only one that hit, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll interrupt that.
Your shield interrupts its bite, and Dame chants over the top of your shield into its face, and its face just kind of looks like it was in a wind tunnel now.
Does anybody want a move action or a save-ins?
Does our wizard get a turn?
No.
Action or
Even just to
save
steer? Like, can I yell at him to grab the reins and, like, whip these guys?
Sure.
So keep
Which ones are
walking.
dead?
Yeah, you can keep the platform moving.
All right. I'd like him to steer. I
Okay.
instruct him to grab the reins and with it.
But where to?
Anywhere but here. Forward.
A bush! The Swordopus is going to take its delayed turn now. It is splitting up its actions between both the
Wait,
Sanguine...
Wait.
Yeah.
Did anybody want a move action or a save ends?
Nah, I'm pretty good where I am.
Are you technically
Yeah.
engaged, even though this guy hit Grizz?
Yeah, you're
It,
engaged.
it can be a disengage check.
Okay, I'll roll a disengage check.
You also get a
If
plus
no
2
one else
bonus.
needs anything.
I think it's worth.
Yeah, because if I want to archery without attack of opportunity, where's the disengage roll?
It's on your sheet. It's in the middle by quick rest. You put in the bonus before you roll it. It's above your powers, but below your recoveries.
Oh, okay. I have to scroll up. Got it. Oh my gosh.
The Swordopus's tentacle is grabbing you around the ankle, making it hard to move.
Oh, nuts. So I'm engaged with both.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And it's attacking both. So it has 3 weapon-wielding tentacles and can do up to 4 spell casts. So it's going to split up the attacks. 1 slash at the Sanguine, 1 slash at Lucian, and remember, you know what? He remembers Lucian. So another slash at Lucian. Another grabbing tentacle is going. What?
Sword broke.
Why is that not working?
I take 13 and that's it.
Yes, and the Sanguine takes 13 as well. I'll have to look at why that's not working. Yeah, the last sword that hits you, you parry it with like your bow staff, which is iron wrought metal, and it snaps, and you can see the octopus is angry. It is going to lash out a tentacle at Havasir and another one at you. Havasir is thrown off the water and over and there.
What?
Meanwhile, you slash off the tentacle that attacked you, and the Swordopus is now down a tentacle entirely.
Oh boy.
2
Got some
weapon,
strong hands.
up to 5 spell. Last but not least is going with a flick of its tentacle, it's going to spell cast at Leanne and fail.
Trash.
Ooh. Corrected.
You need to read some more Swordopus.
It hisses at you in a way only an octopus can.
Actually,
Get
Should've
learned.
Spent so
hang
much
on one.
time knitting. Could have practiced.
Hang on one tick. I want to use
In
my
the-
Curse of Chaos, and I want to have its spell backfire, and I want it to be entranced by its own beak.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
One of its tentacles is now going towards its own beak.
Oh man.
Oh,
It is-
Why do
down-
they call them fingers if they don't fing?
It is now down an extra tentacle. Can only do up to 6 attacks in a turn.
Only 6.
Lucian, is your turn.
Alright. Because I'm engaged, so I can't do a ranged. Right?
Right, not without attack of opportunity.
And I would take multiple.
Yep.
I would like to strength check this fish man and throw him into the Swordopus beak.
Okay, I
Or
like it.
just at least into the water near Swordopus. Like, you know. Here you go, Swordopus.
Let me check the references real quick for house rules. A combat maneuver lets you do. This is essential. This is a grab. Go ahead and make a strength check.
So normal.
Yep, and it's against their PD. Beautiful. You like pick up the Sanguine and throw it into the tentacle of the Swordopus. The Swordopus
Alright.
takes this opportunity to go ahead and nom it up.
Oh.
as the sanguine is bit in two and then gobbled up.
What?
All right, yeah. So
Nice.
make sure nobody gets in that beak.
No one
Got
going
it?
to beak. Yeah. Oh my god.
Gotta get that beef.
Okay. That was my action, not my move, right?
Right.
Did the cart move at all when he flung it?
The cart, well, he said mush, it's starting to move now. In fact, you've probably moved about there now. Having thrown the sanguine in, the sortopus will have disengaged from you, so you're no longer engaged with it.
Wait,
Okay.
I'd like to run a little bit farther away, and I will have Grizz rescue dog mission.
Help!
He wasn't engaged, right?
Right.
So I can run to... He will run and grab this guy.
Oh my god, what is he doing?
Grizz doggy paddles out, grabs Havithier by the cuff, and starts swimming back.
How far can he... without an action, how far can Grizz do with a double move?
With a double move, he can pull him halfway back.
Come here, boy. Come here, boy.
All right, Talus, it's now your turn. Oh, sorry.
Did I move here and enter engagement with both? The living in the water and the one on the raft?
No. Too far.
Okay. So just the one in the water then?
Yep. Gotta be bumping bases.
For sure. And one more thing to try and understand, because I've been trying to optimize it on this new laptop, or old laptop rather. Is anybody else having issues with like dead, not dead enemies showing?
You just look at the health bar, but it's not telling you dead above it.
Yeah, like it used to. Okay, just
That's
make
because
sure.
that module's off right now. It's not updated.
That's
But this
the
one, it doesn't
only
have dead.
the only thing I wanted.
Tell you what, I will just delete the dead ones.
I'm going to use a flying blade on our friend down here.
Uh-oh.
22 versus AC. Does that hit?
Please hold. I deleted a targeted enemy and it crashed something.
Nice.
Some of these modules weren't actually updated for 0.8. I just decided to use them anyway, and you know,
There are reasons they weren't updated
there
yet.
were reasons they weren't officially marked updated. All right, which one was it?
It was the Sagan.
Yeah, they're all sanguine.
On the water. In the water.
Okay, the
next to us.
professional sanguine. 22 versus AC is a hit as you're flying.
Okay.
blade.
So I'm gonna risk this. With surprising, I can subtract one. Would a 21 hit?
Yep.
Okay, then I get to add sneak damage.
Oh.
Who's engaged with it?
There's no one engaged.
Oh, who else moved away from it? Oh, never mind.
If you want, I'll let you go ahead and say you did it against the albino sanguine that the dame's engaged with, because you were remote.
I was
range
under.
shape.
Yeah, I thought that Lucian was engaged with it, or Grizz was still on the boat, but he had just chased Wizard off earlier. Okay.
All
so
right,
20...
you hit against the albino one, that's engaged with the dame, who he is now staggered.
Okay.
Sneak attack damage. Let's go.
Crisis.
You're rogue level 5, which is
So,
you have
8.
5.
Wait, but we're 6, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is multi-class.
Oh, wow.
So it's 2d6. It's 8 total.
All right, that sanguine is very, very down.
Oops.
Somebody help my dog.
That's fine.
Speaking of helping your dog, I don't think it counts as helping, actually. The sorcerer is going to wave its wand at Grizz and try to... First, he has to roll Alchemist.
Oh shit.
That is a 6. That's not useful to him. So he's just going to roll in Cursed Grizz. And Grizz is going to take 15 damage.
So this guy's just like grabbing potions off his belt. He's not even looking.
Yeah. Anytime he grabs something he doesn't want, he just throws it in the water.
Sure. Can your dog go get that? Can you tell? It's just
All
like.
right, Leanne, it's your turn.
All right.
You know what? It's fine.
Thinking about my life choices. Alright, I thought about them. Dane, Kelly, you think you can kill that one?
Oh, the one that's still standing over here?
Before
Yeah.
the next turn, because otherwise it gets like a empowered, enraged auto, right?
All they have to do is hit it.
Which, dude, the
What?
warrior's off the turn counter. Where are they currently?
Good question. I must have deleted the one that was the turn tracker. Let's, They were at... I guess that's just where they are now.
Alright, well that changes my plans, because I don't want Dane to fail a disengage or take an attack of opportunity, so I'll just,
Whack it.
Dude,
Yep. Yeah, you slice its head off, and it collapses onto the platform.
tune my melee damage reset.
I do see that, but that's okay.
Alright, I'll just put it back in then, for some reason. I hope that's not a constant issue.
Alright. The priest points to the remaining sanguine warrior, who pulls out a sacrificial knife and stabs its own chest, staggering itself.
Oh,
From the blood, the blood starts forming into swimming shapes as the priest. Right, this is the token priest. As the priest manifests 3 hell sharks.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I guess they have to be
we're
coming from somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Grizz. Please.
Wait. That's illegal.
Oh.
Please hold on, I'm just gonna copy this one now that they are
Does he know?
great whites, but with 3 heads fused into one.
Does he know they're
I'll
friends?
note that Grizz is not staggered yet.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
The Sanguine Warrior, knowing what just happened and knowing that he's staggered, jumps frantically up onto the raft.
I don't blame him.
And engages with Talus, and goes for a... Well, what else does he know how to do? He
Honey,
Standard
don't,
action, not
no.
stabbing himself. in the
Sweetheart,
chest.
you just got out of the water. Please don't.
he
Is
has...
that a quick action? You just quickly stab yourself.
I mean, taking out half your health in one go is... Yeah, you can do that for quick action if you ever want. Man, but he is not doing well having stabbed his own heart. And his lunges and bites are just sluggish and easily parried. His trident goes
Yeah.
into the water.
Yeah.
The swordipus has returned. It goes up onto the back of the boat.
What?
This is just like he's in the water, but his tentacles are coming out, right? He has 2 remaining weapon tentacles. He is going to use both of those against Lucian. Wow, another one breaks. Man, he is down to 1.
I told you, take proper care of your weapons.
He is mad. He is going to use the rest of his tentacles to lash onto the Sanguine, pull it into the water as its last meal, and disappear. Shortly
By the way,
thereafter, a bunch of blood comes spurting up to the surface.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
What about the others on the island? Are we necessarily concerned about those guys, or just getting away from them?
A raft really doesn't move fast enough. I'm a little concerned about Grizz.
It's a skeleton walking on the bottom of the ocean.
I know. I'm not judging him. I'm just saying it doesn't move very fast.
All right, Kalia, it's your turn.
All right. So these hell sharks.
Yep.
Because I have fought these things before. I'm as a trained demon slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get any sort of buffs or anything against them? Can I maybe like predict their movements?
They always go for the staggered enemy first and foremost, even if it's their supposed ally. Otherwise, they go for the most damaged or smallest enemy.
And just to double check, this one right here is the only one that's alive.
If you can help Grizz
This
up,
one?
There's there's this guy and this guy.
No, I meant out of the sharks. Oh, these are all alive?
Yep.
These ones are showing up as dead.
Oh, hold
I
on.
just don't have health bars.
Let's fix their health bar.
Slayer, if you drink my soda, I will slap you.
Okay, their health bars are back.
Okay. Oh, yay, cool. So I am going to come over here. You said they go for staggered enemy first?
Yep, no one's currently staggered.
So they'll go for Grizz. If you can heal them or bring them up, that would be awesome.
Well, here's the thing. If Grizz gets healed, he's still the smallest.
I am gonna cut my palm and jump in the water to distract them.
Go ahead and apply D8 damage. Do you have an iconic relationship?
Nope.
Does someone have an iconic relationship?
For what
Yeah,
purpose?
I have a 6 on the Elf Queen.
Yeah, can you explain to me how your relationship with the Elf Queen would help Kalia sell that she's bleeding a lot more than she is?
Oh, it has to do with some of the algae in the water. It's been studied by the Elf Queen and other elven researchers because they're so close to, they have so much water running through their forests and things like that. But there's a certain kind of algae that just kind of, like it stops things from scabbing over, so you just kind of keep on bleeding. It attacks the hemoglobin.
Okay. Kalia is now treated as staggered for the purposes of Hell Sharks.
All right, and I'm gonna yell to the rest of the team to take them out while they're distracted, and to tell Grizz to get back in the damn boat.
If we all just get back in the boat, then the Hell Sharks will go for the other sanguine people.
The Hell Sharks all circle around Kalia, their fins out of the water, and then jump in one at a time. They have frenzied bites. Why is that? What is your AC? 26. Your shield keeps you protected from all of them.
My AC is a big number.
All right, Dame.
Halo, right?
Oh yeah, plus my halo is no longer active now. I mean, with my halo, it's like a 28, but still.
So at this point, we're basically just trying to get everybody in the boat.
I think so. Damage the sanguines if you can.
The sanguines or the hell sharks?
I'd say sanguines and have the Hell Sharks eat them, and then we raft away.
Yeah. Hit the
they can
sanguines
fight us
first.
still,
I
but the
can
sharks
keep the
can't.
hell sharks. I can keep the hell sharks busy.
All right. I will battle cry the sanguine priest. Where did that go? Battle chant. Sorry.
All right, you do 24 thunder damage.
Which is on an odd. Anybody want some temporary hit points or a save in?
You can give the HP to
How
Bruce.
much? Yeah, how much
Yeah.
HP is it?
It is a whopping 3.
Yeah, I've decided that so if you open your character sheet, technically it's supposed to be your charisma modifier, which is 3.
Yeah.
I'm now saying it's the right column, +9.
Okay,
Nice.
I appreciate that. That makes that a lot more useful.
12.
3+ level.
Grizz doesn't have a temp HP slot.
That's because he can't have temp health.
Hmm.
And it applies real health?
No. And it's 9 total, by the way. Like it's an increase of 3 to 9.
Okay. Does someone else want it then?
Alice or Leanne or yourself, I'd say.
Talia, would you like it since you're stuck in the water?
But they can't hit her. That's the thing.
Oh, right.
And she's probably still got more HP than you
Give it
guys.
to Grizz.
Is it a-
I
is it a
still have
brute?
8.
Well, no, Grizz
can't
can't
take it.
have temporary
give it-
health.
Give it to whoever's closest to the sharks besides me.
So
No,
Talus?
it does-
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Someone
He's
take
temporary.
that.
He doesn't
I'll
matter.
Take it. I'll take it.
Take 9 temporary
There.
health.
9 temporary health. That's better than nothing.
All right, Lucian. There's sharks circling in the water. What do you do?
All right. I assume with Grizz's move action that he can get back on. With
Yes.
What's his face?
Have a theory.
Okay. That's a. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Overshot.
Oh, it's,
Alright.
it was the turn of the turn too, so we'll have move this further along.
All right. And Lucian will just keep trying to badger down this guy. Do you guys see my rolls?
I don't see any rolls.
Oh, there might be like 6 coming.
Yeah.
All right, I was targeting this guy,
Okay.
and even with 6 miss damage, would he be staggered? I'll try to reload and just
You just want a double range attack, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Can you roll it?
Yeah.
Okay. I might have frozen it up.
Oh, now they came in. Yeah. No. Wow. That was a lot of them. All right. Let's roll
Sorry.
back to the. Nope. That's fine. I'll go back to the first 2. First 2. There we go.
Yep.
16 and a 19, both of which are misses. So that will be 6 damage. And 6
And
damage.
they got another one now.
And he is now staggered.
All right. As Lucian's move action, can I throw my unbreakable chain rope to Callie and bring her on board?
You can certainly throw it to her, and I'll make it easier for her to get on board.
All right. So she won't have to disengage.
Yeah, she'll
What
just gonna be.
makes it easier?
She'll be dragged along if she does nothing else.
All right. I throw the unbreakable rope to Callie. I say, let them fight each other.
But if I'm the staggered enemy,
No, but
why
this
would
guy's
they?
also staggered.
Yeah, but they're currently fighting me. Why would
So
they? leave
grab the
me?
rope and come on board. So they only have one option.
Okay. Is that a check that I have to make to do that?
Nope. Yeah, with the rope, you can just use your move action and get on board. The rope will save you the. We'll say the rope gives you the +4 disengage.
Okay.
But either way, you're moving on. Roll the disengage to see if you get attacks of opportunity as you go.
nice.
And you do not.
Okay.
You get tugged like out of their.
Wait, a 15 plus 4? How's that not disengage?
I said.
He said that it did.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
All good. All right. Wait. Didn't we go from Lucian's turn to Talus's turn? Whatever.
Yeah, it's my turn now. But
We need the initiative carousel. We're falling apart.
You right-click
But all that I'm-
the swords and pop out the combat tracker.
yeah,
You can just do that, huh?
I do that on my turn. My turn is to reel in Kalia,
All right,
and then I
perfect.
sit down and wipe off my daggers.
Everyone
I
is
make a bunch
safely
of
on
disgusting
board.
noises.
The Sanguine, realizing that their sharks are soon going to turn their attention back to them. The sorcerer, who is already out of sight, man, that's not working, is going to swim back into the water and into a deep, dark cave underground, disappearing.
I made a huge mistake.
Okay,
Did
this-
he spawn the sharks?
Yeah,
That was the priest.
he's like, sorry, priest man.
It is now your turn, Leanne. Initiative is currently frozen because of combat. Something.
The real question is, should we? Should we invite them to follow us with combat?
I mean, there's no harm in just shooting a crossbow bolt at them. So I mean, like,
Absolutely not. I'm going to like combat crawl over to Grizz and give him strategic pets.
That's sweet.
I love your dog.
Is that your turn then, or are you doing something?
that's it.
Does Grizz get a recovery with strategic pets?
No, but he does feel better. All right, a 21 will have missed Leanne, so it is now the priest's turn. He is going to quickly swim underwater using deft motions and movements to move away as well and leave a blood trail. The sharks are going to swirl around. They're going to take some bites out of the board, and then they're going to follow the blood trail off into the cave. That is the end of combat.
We did it.
Nice work. Calliope, that was a noble thing what you did for Grizz.
Well, I think there would be quite a riot if anything were to happen to him.
At least we can agree on that.
Probably more than if Lucian died. Alright,
Well, if
I will
Lucian dies,
take...
doesn't Grizz die with him?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, make sure you smack that quick rest button.
I'm actually recharging my tactics.
Hey.
So Grizz gets the over heal of mine, right?
I don't think that's ever how we've done it before, no. Usually you just use a recovery and give it to him.
Thought he got the overheal.
I don't remember ever doing that now.
Alright, this one's for you.
Part of the reason Rangers get extra recoveries is to give them to their dogs.
Boo-hoo, I'm Lucy and I have too many recoveries that I don't know what to do with. Well,
I only have 7 now.
Oh no.
That's for me.
So as you guys do your quick rest such, tell us here's a full background of what happened. At some point you were captured by the Sanguine. They shoved a yellow jellyfish like what you escaped with on your face. It gave you the ability of water breathing while it was on. They pulled you down to the lair, the one they just came out of. They tortured you for a bit, stole a bunch of your items. That you got away with only your daggers. The rest of your magic items are gone. The sorcerer can do basic surface talk, but actually prefers to read memories directly from prisoners by waterboarding them and then reading their mind in that moment of weakness.
Wow. What are they even after?
I mean, all I know is that they got the entirety of my vast knowledge of monologues and single act plays.
There are a
Do
number
they know that
of...
they're in the Stone Thief? I presume they do.
Hey, Seb. Hold on, we'll get there. First of all, they have carved a couple of various runes into Talus's flesh with a gold-hilted knife. They rubbed salt into the wounds, which additionally hurt. All in the name of preparing him for a sacrificial ritual to their demon patron. He escaped right before that ritual was about to be held. They the king of the Sanguine, deeper in the cave, has, in the months he's been here, worked out that he's in some sort of living dungeon and is looking for a way to recover his Hell Temple and get out of here.
Hell
Temple can portal.
I don't know any more of the details beyond it. All I know is that I'm tired of smelling like fish.
I would have Kalia take a look at you and see what you need to remove
Ugh.
for the ritual.
Only if the rest of you turn around. It's disgusting, and I don't want you thinking any less of me.
Alright,
Trust me,
I'll
I
go
have
take the
no
reins from
interest.
Habather.
Yeah, I don't think you gotta worry about us, dude. Let's check you out.
Getting a physical from Kalia.
Kalia deploys her
Yeah.
shield as like a privacy curtain.
Now cough twice.
Kalia,
So
go
what-
Oh,
give a
what
wisdom.
exactly are you looking for?
yeah, Kali, good do wisdom.
Wisdom. Got it. It's like this is the first time I've looked at this character sheet. I don't understand why I'm having so much trouble today.
Your hands are so rough. What do you moisturize with? Sandpaper?
Moisturize.
Not only do you recognize what the runes are, you recognize like the dialect and the god they're dedicated to. Tell us about the demonic patron of these Sanguine.
Oh man. So the Sanguine follow the hellyfish. That's the hell jellyfish.
Uh-huh.
and-
Uh-huh.
Write this down. This is good.
Jellyfish, making money on this one.
the
Sexy
hellyfish.
hellyfish? Question mark.
The hellyfish is a kind of all-seeing underwater creature that communicates telepathically with its followers and acts as kind of a demonic patron, promising wealth, power, all that kind of stuff to its most devoted followers.
Be an icon? This guy sounds strong.
It's probably a local icon.
But yes, the hellyfish. I just want everybody to know the hellyfish, not the jellyfish, the hellyfish, the hell jellyfish.
That's probably the best improvisation you've done in your many years of role-playing.
Rumham, for that excellent improv, you get a +4 to your next jellyfish or
Entirely
hell
too much.
involved check.
Entirely.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
make our
and-
next
and,
enemy eat jellyfish.
And when you get touched by the hellyfish, it gives you these like jagged, lightning-y looking like kind of burns, like when you get stung by an actual jellyfish.
You weren't
So
around
it's the
for
same exact thing as a regular jellyfish.
You have to
Yeah,
peel
but they're like weird and red and demonic.
I mean, that's... Have you seen a jellyfish thing?
You were not around for it, but back in session 0 to session 0, Tipsa played a sorcerer who had run in with a creature under the water that gave him his sorcerer's powers, and as a result had a little floating jellyfish in a bubble of water.
This is
know
it.
it
This is
was
the
that.
jellyfish.
Perfect.
This is canon.
It was definitely like a mini hellyfish.
I just can't believe that literally a year and a half separated. We have accidentally
worked in
arrived
his
at this.
backstory.
We did!
Yeah,
Tipsa, come back to us!
We come full circle,
I
and
forgot.
it only took 18 months.
This shit writes
Oh.
itself, Toon. It writes itself.
It really does.
We finally get that origin story literally nobody asks for.
Yeah.
So, Kalia is capable of removing the demonic presence from it, but obviously the imagery of jellyfish and other runes are still left as marks on Talius's body. She can cast a cleric heal in order to fade him away to scars right away. And it's a much kinder heal now that she has a new patron deity.
Again.
So I'm a
Look,
little
I'm
confused.
sorry. To
Kelly.
remove these scars, it's going to take multiple treatments. We're going to have to use different strengths of heal spells. It's going to take a while. So, don't expect them to be gone on the first try. It's going to take a few sessions, and we'll get them flat.
As someone who's now been touched by the bright god of fertility, Talus looks slightly handsomer. Just his teeth are a little whiter. He looks a little more ruggedly handsome. The light's catching him right.
Right. Of course.
Wait, so is Kalia free from when she dies that all of her power goes to the Great Ghoul, or is that
No.
not? Oh. Okay.
I just don't have Great Ghoul heals anymore. So
Wow.
they're not icky heals anymore. They're nice heals that make you look more attractive, apparently.
I'm going to rummage through my bag, and I'm going to give Kalia a front row seat to my monologue, my one-man
aren't
show.
all your tickets and anything paper just like soaked?
Like most adventurers, he has at least a treated bag, if not a mildly magic bag. Items. And
These
documents inside.
tickets.
Oh.
These tickets, as well as my journals, my first prints, are the most well-protected thing. And rations, daggers, all of that is secondary.
Only one? How am I supposed to bring a date?
Oh, honey, I didn't realize.
Well, the dame, I'm sure, would love to see this.
I fix my hair. I tuck my hair behind my ear, and I say, just ask at the box office. Every front row ticket comes with a +1.
All right, hear that, dame?
Righty, local theater.
She sounds so excited.
Local
Dave probably
talent
thinks everyone else is trash.
Dame's been dragged to one too many one-man shows. That is, to her, that's kind of a death knell for.
Right. Talus is just sort of like, I promise you've never seen anything like this.
Probably not.
Tabitha, you did a good job. Let me take the reins.
Oh, you guys sure saved me. Thanks. Ooh. Hey,
What are
new
you
guy.
talking about? You swam back yourself. And also, do you kind of believe we're in the Stone Thief now that we picked up a random person and they also agree? Or does he still think we're crazy?
Yeah, Havaster's like, oh, you guys are the best. He signs over Talus. These guys are crazy. They think we're like a big snake.
I look at Talus like I'm
You
like
have the
horrified and disgusting, and I say, I'm so sorry. I'm just not used to sitting with the help. I'll get up and I'm going to.
The help! I pose as a great wizard, damn it!
I'm gonna move on up over next to the dame, and I'm like, is he taking?
Your guys' back and forth movement is literally rocking your makeshift raft.
Guys, hold it together. Also, we literally paid our escort with booze. I love that fact.
For the help, right? Like,
Yeah. And they're
Alright, a lot
perfect
of-
because they don't bleed, and that's the only way to get out of these
I didn't think
waters.
there were any I didn't think there were any savings account that took whiskey.
Yeah.
It's good.
Where am I steering us?
Currently just along the cave. If we go back to the map real quick.
And Talus doesn't know anything more about the area?
No.
No?
I wouldn't want to, really. I mean, who would?
I mean, anyone who wants to get out.
True. I don't imagine many people make a habit of actually coming here willfully, though. I wouldn't know. Much I would just stop.
Now, Talus
Well,
does know there
it's
were
not-
other prisoners in the cave.
Yeah, how they got there, it's their business, though. I don't ask, don't tell, you know.
But
Yeah,
also
we're
that
not
the
worried.
Sanguine have quite the sense of smell and have created their own bubble of like fresh water in their cave.
What?
And have collected a vast amount of treasure.
They make a filtration system? Wow.
I mean, this place
So-
smells terrible, right? And they have really good sense of smell. In fact, Lucian probably is on the verge of taking a penalty of how bad it smells.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not just Lucian.
That's all right.
Okay,
No,
it is
no.
the cave.
Mhm.
It is the cave.
No worries. Lucian was used to Rasa, so he knows.
Now would be a good time to ask other questions, introduce yourselves, say who you are.
Oh, that's it.
You know,
I'm just an actor looking to come up in the world. Is all.
have you guys seen Django, where like the dentist introduces himself and his horse all the time, and the horse like bows?
Mm-hmm.
Lucian will have trained Grizz to do that. I'm Lucian, and this is Grizz, and Grizz will just bow.
I will. Does he know how to shake? I put my hand out.
Oh yeah, dude, he
I
knows
shake.
how to fetch a wizard from a freaking sanguine. He knows how to shake.
What an adorable animal. Isn't he just a handsome creature and a dog too?
Although he does have armor, so I don't know how you guys are really petting him that much.
I mean, there's like areas around the ears and such, right under the neck.
Yeah, the soft parts.
Yeah, sure. No, I mean that's bad armor. That's bad armor if the soft parts are available.
Kalia's gonna
The
mock
soft, like,
Lucian.
fur parts.
Callie's gonna mock Lucian when she introduces herself and like tip her shield, like her shield is bowing, and be like, "Yes, I'm Callia, and this is my shield."
That's good.
Shield.
And as I introduce myself, I'll say I've never been arrested and I've never been engaged, and I'll shoot a glare at Kalia.
Wow.
I will curtsy at Lucian slightly, and what would be and yeah, and I'll sort of like bow in front of Kalia and say, "Pleasure to meet you, Sir Kalia."
Oh.
Sort of
Okay.
using that title as Sir. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like
I
like
get
a
it.
knight, like a
Mhm.
knight.
Okay.
Kiri Jade Spine.
I've heard of you.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Needs
You know,
no.
as a sort of we go around in a circle, I say, it's fine if you haven't heard of me. I understand. I am young, up and coming. I'm only about 100 or so years younger than yourself.
Oh, always good to see new talent.
There's so much shade being thrown around on this raft.
Right. Suppose that leaves me. Leanne Morans, legislator.
Right, the well-known prosecutor of, I believe, was it 2 or 3 different head cultists of the area? All of them Diabolists, if I recall correctly.
The numbers get fuzzy as you progress.
The numbers always get fuzzy as you progress. By any means, it is a pleasure to.
She's not only a prosecutor, she's also the juror and the executioner. And what else was that, Leanne?
I fulfill every bit of paperwork required for that, Lucian. You don't know how much
It saved
paperwork
me
I
once.
do before I sleep.
I sort of like giggle as Lucian talks, and I say, "There's no one in the woods, right, to see if you've done anything wrong. How romantic is it that you just get to do as you wish all the time?"
That's why my job exists.
Really, to put a muzzle on all that, I'm sure. And I'll sort of like look at Lucian when I say muzzle.
Oh my. Wow, I thought we were off to a good foot. Alright, where am I steering this guy? Are we actually like on this lip here?
Yeah, you go around the lift and you see the shipwreck that you had saw from the shore on the other side. Much closer, you can see that it is also now lit by torches and lanterns. There's dark, shadowy figures moving about on board. You can see now is the Ala Jasmina, the ship that had been said to have sailed across the sea to barbarian seas and returned with treasures, wrecked on the coast and recovered. But that recovery lost some of its treasures, and it was sitting vacant in Shadowport. Whoever is on it now certainly is not the original owners, and you wouldn't think. Otherwise, you are not like you could head out into the center of the lake towards the tower that's partially sunk, or there's various caves that lead various places in the dark.
Can I like hand gesture to the skeletons, like pointing at the shipwreck, like yay or nay?
They are underwater. I'm not sure exactly how you think.
Like I'll yank up, and they'll look up. We're pretty shallow, right?
Yeah, all right.
Otherwise, literally we can call them up, right? They can talk.
Yeah, you keep pulling, and like there's out pops the skeleton holding the rope, and he's like, "What up, boss?"
Hey,
Wait, they can talk?
you guys are doing
Since
great,
when?
by the way.
No,
Like,
they telepathically talk. Remember?
Oh, right,
we are definitely tipping you guys. But quick question here: have you been to this boat?
No, that boat's new.
It's new.
It came
Like,
in.
with us?
Yeah, it came in when you guys did.
Okay, thank you. And that
Got
tower's
it,
been there
boss.
for a while.
Oh yeah, tower's been there long as we have.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you know which way we're going. But,
All right.
You guys have been great.
You know, we're just happy that we can, get. It's been a while since we explored the caves. We haven't had a reason to. This is fun. Send me down, boss.
I'm glad you can see just Plankquins get murdered like in front of you.
Oh, it's great.
Devoured by shit.
It's great. This is so much more exciting than playing Knucklebones for thousands of years straight.
Okay.
Thousands of years? How long have they been down there?
Oh.
I guess thousands of years. Never mind. Yeah.
So if that's pretty new, there might be actually somebody who can help us, or
Let us know if you find any grog.
pretty good. All right, we'll do. We'll share any
Blah,
rum
blah,
with
blah,
you
blah,
guys. What do you guys think, party wise? Should we go to the 5, or should we just try to get out of here?
I think he's
can-
nice, but I wouldn't invite him to the party.
I can't see that. It's not, the map didn't reload for me. But I vote shipwreck.
Oh, wait, you are going further in.
Yeah, that's the only way to get out. Unfortunately, you're in for quite a ride. Hope you got more knives in there. Stuffed in wherever you stuff them.
Must go deeper to get higher.
Spoken like a true legislator. So what do you guys
No,
think?
it wasn't.
Well, which way? You guys want to check out, see who's on the boat, if we got survivors,
Like in the boat.
or maybe an actual boat instead of this raft? Like if they have like a spare, I don't know, what do they call them?
Lifeboat.
Escape lifeboat,
life-
yeah.
Hey,
At least supply up maybe, but there's like obviously people.
here's the thing.
I'm gonna.
Once we figure
gonna
out how to
start-
get out of this area, we're not gonna need the boat anymore.
I'm going to
That's
start
true.
like clipping the dog's nails with my dagger.
Oh, he loves it. But Lucian's like, he'll probably hit for less, but it'll be okay. So he's not part of this discussion at all. It's like Dame, Leanne, and Kelly are having like a private little.
Oh no, he is absolutely just along for the ride at this point because,
Okay.
as far as he knows, he's going to have to cancel his show. He's lucky if he's ever going to book again, so it really doesn't matter if he lives or dies. He's on for the ride now.
No, Kalia's waiting in line to get the spikes on her shields sharpened. So she's just like sitting next to Grizz, just waiting for her turn to get
Oh
sharpened.
no, I'm sorry, honey. This is sort of just a personal thing.
All right, Dame and Leanne, where do we want to go? These were the people who care.
I feel like the tower is a little bit of a better bet of opening up into a way we can leave in the ship.
Because somebody will actually have been here and know. But I feel like
True.
anyone who's been here for a while is at best not over
weirdo.
to our insane member, or at worst trying to kill us.
Yeah, but I just don't see too much value in the boat.
Okay. Dame says boat. You say tower. It's up to me.
I trust in you.
Oh,
Can my tracking sense give me anything?
I mean, there's probably people on that boat.
Yeah, but I guess the thing is it's more likely the people on the boat won't try to kill us, but it's also more likely the people on the boat won't know what the fuck we're doing, and we'll just have more stowaways if they're friendly. Number
Oh,
6, or like if we go to the tower, it's more likely that they'll just try to kill us, but we might be able to learn something about the layout or something just because it's older.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the drawback.
These
I
sea
don't know.
caves also seem to be where water is slowly picking up current as if it's draining away somewhere. Is what I'll tell you from your tracker sense.
Okay.
Oh,
I would like to just try to. I mean, from what I've the past time in the Stone Thief, you just want to get through as fast as you can. And the longer you linger, just the more losses and the more recoveries you're gonna end up using.
Talus, I forgot one thing about your backstory and that to remind you of, and all the excitement of getting your character sheet set up right beforehand. You were with a party. That party included, and that party all got sucked up by the Stone Thief. That included Efric, a gnome bard, the Beard, a dwarven fighter, Arzimet, a probably human wizard, and Bartholomew, a tiefling paladin. The party has encountered Bartholomew and the Stone Thief before.
Oh, well, they certainly have. It's my first time here.
Okay, so Dame and Leanne, I'm kind of. It's weird. I kind of just want to leave. Dame says boat. You say, or Leanne says tower.
I'm
We're
okay
kinda
if we want.
split.
I'm okay with tower.
Tower?
If we think tower makes more sense, I'm okay with that.
I'm
Okay.
also okay just bailing out.
I think maybe following the current out. I think most encounters are not going to be encounters that we want, but
If I
that's just me.
was a gambling man, and I'm not, I would say we could go to the top of the tower and keep an eye out, maybe for some splashing for your friend and my friends. You know, in case they ended up in the same place we did. No reason to think they didn't. Or we could just stay the way that we are. Not that I.
But we
mind.
didn't see anything from this tower, right? GM?
Correct. You saw.
Because we were up in there. We just had that secret room, and we looked out and we couldn't see anything.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also a very dark cavern. It is very dimly lit. It is hard to see anything that isn't near you.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a strategical like vantage point, but we might learn something. Leanne, as the commander, I'd say it's up to you.
We see, my only worry if we follow the current is knowing how the Stone Thief works. That probably doesn't lead anywhere very pleasant.
Nowhere leads pleasant in the Stone
Yeah,
Thief.
but that's
why I
like-
would just say move to the next section, and then you're at least progressing as you're experiencing all the unpleasantness.
As a scale of 1 to 10 unpleasantness vote, this is like a 8 unpleasantness, where if we find an alternate route, it could maybe be a 5 unpleasant.
Okay. So you think
But-
we might be able to find an alternate at the...
I mean, if we follow the current, that's a guarantee, which might be better overall. And I'm
Alright,
okay
left
just
or
going
right?
straight forward.
Doesn't really matter which way you choose. Just
Let's go
You
right
choose.
then.
all right. We're following the current.
You give the skeletons a tug. They bring you to the mouth. The current starts picking up. You can see other sanguine parties in the distance. Some of them are farming little jellyfish farms. They, pepper you with arrows and such as you go by, but the current picks up and you start going too fast. This time the current starts pulling you right. As it starts picking up into almost a roar, the skeletons, pull over to the side and tie you to a rock and are like, "This is how far we go, boss. Our magic's bound to the sea. The current will take you from here."
What can I give them? What do they actually like? Besides
Booze.
ale. Do they like milk bones for their regular bones?
Oh, we can fashion a new set of knuckle bones, and then this guy can join us, and the one that just had the cup in its mouth the whole time, you can't. Nothing's changed, but you almost can tell he's smiling.
Oh, I have something.
What do you have?
I'm gonna take one of their knuckle bones. I'm gonna dip it in my pot of ink and then fish it back out and give them a black knuckle bone. And I say, there's lots of gambling games that you can play with one special dice.
Their teeth start. The two that can move their jaws start clattering their teeth in excitement.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
Give him a milk bone.
And a milk bone. Here you go.
One of them just kind of attaches the milk bone to the rest of its skeleton and gives you a thumbs up.
They're honestly great. I don't know how we would have gotten here without them.
They give you a skeletal wave and let go of the rope, which magically retwines back into your hand as you go down the stream, picking up pace.
Are we steering ourselves, kind of? Something?
It's just a basic raft. You're just kind of at the mercy of the water right now.
Okay.
Give me a second as I...
Could we use Kalia's shield as a rudder? No? Well, I mean, it would just take us to one place anyway.
But we could avoid rocks at least that way.
I gotta find the river stuff. River...
I kind of feel bad for Cody, GM. I'm sure you had stuff prepped for all these different stuff, and we just tried to bypass it all.
Oh, don't worry. I've been way behind and haven't prepped any of these areas. Except the Sanguine Cave.
Better.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you think he actually does any prep work?
I did,
Yes.
actually, because he gave us so many, tasty prompts of, all these things we could do.
Normally
Well,
I would have had
really
this prepped.
open-ended.
Normally I would have had all this prepped, but I've been very behind on getting things 0-8 ready and then being on vacation. Anyway, so you are now in the Underriver. It courses different every time the dungeon rises and changes. It finds a new path through stolen architecture. Some places you're flowing along aqueducts and sewers. Other places you're coursing down the corridors and through dungeon rooms that have been flooded. You can see bits of water leaving occasionally through doors and such and just rooms. You make your way out of the sunken cave. The next area is much hotter and sulfuric, but you're running through a culvert beneath the level. You can see grates up above. This is the gauntlet. Bits of blood and body parts are occasionally dumped via chutes down into the water to be washed away. You hear the great roar of the Minotaur fighting off some other group of foes. And then you are swept further into the Stone Thief. You burst into the surface of a big giant cavern. There's a bunch of trees, including one giant tree the size of just several skyscrapers. Now is an elven heart tree, great and thousands of years old, now dead and leaning against the cave, acting as a corridor. You hear the roar of thunder beasts prowling through the area as you continue being swept along the river. And then finally, as you exit that area through some root systems, you are caught in a natural filter of thousands and thousands of bones as the water rushes through, but the bones catch solid objects such as you guys. You have now entered...
Oh, we landed on a beach of bones?
Yeah. Beside you, there's various corpses and wrapped up that have been washed in the river as well. And you are now in the ossuary.
Oh.
Never been here before, have we?
Nope.
I let go of Lucian's arm and clear my throat and say, "Right then, Commander Liang. If my memory serves correctly, your lead."
Well, step 1, get a feel for the land. Step
It's a bunch of
2,
bows.
thank you, Lucian.
Yep. As a
Your
tracker.
perception for the obvious is commendable.
Are these is this like a ceremonial kind of place or
No, it's just the site of thousands and tens of thousands of dead bodies.
can I use my god senses to see if anything's fishy is going on?
Yeah, it is oozing necromantic energies.
Oh, okay.
What's step
Do
2,
we see
Leanne?
any jackals?
Step 2,
Go ahead.
identify any hostiles.
Which would be jackals.
I mean, the whole place is not great.
Do we see any hostiles though, GM?
You look at down the corridor and you see lots and lots of bones, all at various angles and such, forming a form of catacomb. Just there's various niches and such carved into the edges, with skeletons, and some carefully interred, laid with great pomp. Others just kind of crammed in there into the shelves, like a dozen corpses sharing one slot. And there's just so many empty eye sockets in the walls and such. And as you start walking, crunching along the bones lining the bottom and such, you're unnerved to realize every single one of these skeletons jammed into the form of corridors is undead. You're literally walking on thousands of undead.
I bet the property values here are mid to high dozens.
I kind of see why the Great Ghoul wants this place.
Well, there's the hostiles.
I'm sorry, the Great Who?
It's
The
a-
guy. This is just like a henchman to the bad guy
Shit,
we're trying
death
to
god,
fight.
don't worry about it.
They
Yeah.
eat dead bodies and get stronger. It's not a big
Was
deal.
a really terrible icon, kind of similar to like the what's
The Lich King?
Yeah, the Lich King, but just like several ages ago.
Well, then what's he doing banging around as the listing still?
Trying to come back to be an icon level, rule the world kind of bad stuff.
If you remember the good old blockheads, they are undead with heads formed out of just solid stone and such. Half dungeon, half undead. Some are more stone, some are more undead. It depends on the one. Yeah, you can see down one corridor, a pair of blockheads are dragging two corpses that have died in the. You can see that they're wearing various Shadowport clothes. One is from the 8th Age, one is from the 6th Age. You follow at a distance and see they drag them to a side room and put them on stone slabs. A few minutes later, a trio of skeletons come in and examine the bodies, probing at the injuries, measuring the remains, scrubbing them with acid. Two of the bodies that were already there are judged too damaged to be useful, and they cut off their heads and put stone blocks in place. They fuse with a purple energy, and two new blockheads get up and start shambling away. And the others are put into a keeping area and are brought further into the area. What to do with what, you're not unsure.
Step 3. Consider your execution of a plan upon identifying hostiles. If we follow the bodies, we might end up going deeper. Or we could just end up going to some sacrificial thing. Alright, cool. Good talk.
I mean, if they let us go deeper, we might as well follow them and figure out what they're doing with the bodies, I guess.
It might go deeper. I'm not certain.
So you said that this thing, what is the word? Not
Ossuary.
necropolis. Yeah. It's not. It's not built to look like a specific type, or like maybe I'm trying to see if maybe something like this I've gone into before. Maybe it would have like a similar layout that we could approximate.
I don't know if you've.
Mausoleum. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, I don't know if in your service of the Crusader you've actually done much delving into mausoleums and ossuaries. You tend to be against demons, not undead.
Would my time serving the Great Ghoul have taught me anything?
No, you definitely
It's
just
certain.
Damn it.
you definitely just like did a swap, and that was about it. That said, one of the nearby big bits of grave, like an actual full tomb, are marked with the sigil of the Empire. Lan, do you have any Emperor relationships?
I mean, I've got a 6.
Beautiful. Tell us about the family that's interred here and why it will let you take sanctuary and take a full rest before forging onward.
Hang on. Let me just quickly type in this website. All right, fantasy name generators. Right. Obviously, this is the family of Manchego.
Manchego, yes, of course.
This family was well known for their exploits in the age of the Bone Altar, the 4th Age.
Okay.
You see, their family back in the times were gravekeepers. So when the Lich King started their onslaught amongst the Empire, the well-known hero, Sidney Manchego, taking their trusty family heirloom shovel and using the crypts that they forged themselves as a gravekeeper, was able to single-handedly create an entire tunnel system to help rout the undead and finally shove the Lich King out and into the necropolis.
All right. You guys enter the crypt, long since protected by the knowledge. The stone thief hasn't cracked into it quite yet. And find a brief moment in sanctuary to take a breath. You pull out a cooking pot and small fire, and bandage up your wounds. And Lan, what's a meal you prepare to give everyone a chance to recover?
Well, in the 4th Age, it was a little barbaric, but she's learned a recipe where you take some normal meat, and instead of using normal spices, as an effort to try and commemorate, there were some weird cultural traditions, especially to limit the amount of undead and bodies that could be used by the Lich King and such in that age. This, however, is a meal, a stew, seasoned with bone powder.
Ooh.
It gives it a very distinct flavor, thanks to the marrow.
Since you guys weren't desperately in need of a full heal anyway, if you partake in this bone dust stew, it will give you a resistance against undead skeletons, specifically skeletons.
You don't have like a digestive or something? Maybe some
Trust
tea or.
me. My cooking is impeccable.
Anything bad yet?
Yeah, it's delicious. You know, Kali is like talking with her mouth full. She's already had like 2 bowls. It's great.
I look with wide-eyed horror and then I just gag silently and push the bowl away.
If you want to be a touring performer, you're going to have to eat all kinds of local delicacies.
Oh, shade.
This is not a delicacy anywhere that I would want to tour.
Leanne, can you put it in like a chopped up hot dog or anything?
If you have a hot dog, I will gladly chop it.
Alright, you know what? I'll just crumble milk bone into it and eat it.
It's the best I got.
All right.
It's like seasoning.
Let's go ahead and wrap up session there.
Yeah.
So, before we get to wrap up, we are going to go back in time and rewind. Next session, we are starting with Ash, Seb playing Ash. Rumham is going to play Le Dufan Harlequin.
Oh, man.
And then Ellen and Pow and Max, you are 3 other people who have found their way into the Stone Thief and formed a temporary band of adventurers, making your way through the gauntlet for the first time. Simultaneous of when the main party was just in the Sunken Sea.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so Seb, what's something you liked? What's something or someone you want to see again? And how do you like the Sunken Sea?
Got a full heal right away. Yeah, I can hit this button.
Hit the full.
I don't like the Sunken Sea, and I want to see these new guys. I want to see Ash again, obviously, but I don't want to be too quick to separate what turned out to be a very fun and interesting character from the group that he's already starting to jive with. So I'm excited to see what the party does whenever they're paired up with a quote-unquote novice adventurer, or at least an adventurer who has heard of them before. And as far as the Stone Thief, I could go on and on about its design. I have gone on and on about its design. So I'm just going to say that I'm sorry I didn't see more of the sea before we left elsewhere.
All right, Rumham.
I enjoyed seeing the Swordopus come back. I thought that was really funny. And I think it'll be fun to kind of, because he's not dead, right? So I think it'll be fun to kind of be running away from him, like, throughout.
He is still alive.
Yeah, I think that is fun.
He is missing a
just-
tentacle.
Yeah, just hearing the music kind of like set off an alarm, and I thought that was fun.
I'm glad.
So yeah, I'm excited to see him again. Nothing that I really didn't like. What was the last question?
How do you like the Sunken Sea?
Oh, fun. I hope we get to explore it a little bit more when we come back out, because I'm assuming we're gonna have to come back out through the way we came in, right? So maybe we'll get to explore some of the other areas.
That's a bold presumption. Ellen?
Let's see. I'm really liking. Oh gosh, I'm losing his name.
Talus.
Seb's new character, Talus. Yes, I do like Talus. For all the Dame doesn't like Talus, I like Talus.
It's a good, like, you two have, like, something in common, like, to riff off of. There's a lot of shade thrown.
Yeah, I didn't quite mean for the dame to come down so hard on the. No, not this one. But apparently she doesn't like him. Um. I am also a little bit sad that like there was so much cool stuff in the Sunken Sea that we didn't get to, and I'm like a little bit sad about that. But I also am intrigued by all of these undead skeletons and the nonsense thereof that I think we're going to get.
You know, because I don't think we're ever going to go back and suddenly raid the Sanguine Sea. I want to show off this incredible map.
That is a really good map.
What was
Hey, I know that
if we follow them?
That's
Into
if you
the-
decide to go and raid into their Sanguine temple.
What was the like? Why would we? What was the plot hook?
There are other prisoners there.
That we just abandoned.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
say
it seemed like Seb's character did not care. He just wanted to get out.
Also, had the fight gone far more in their direction, they would have abducted you back there.
Gotcha.
But they just rolled I don't think they rolled like above a 5 for most of that fight.
Yeah, and I think that the sharks and some of the other stuff were like worse to them, like the octopus, sortopus.
It helps when we have someone with like a 26 AC.
That does help.
Yeah, that was crazy. I have not seen that from Talia, and that was like OP. That was really good.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, now that we're level 6 adventurers, gotta toughen up.
I mean, once you have your Halo, like you're kind of impossible to hit for a while.
Yeah, I think
For
my Halo
AC,
gives
yes.
me a +2 to all defenses. Yeah.
Is all defenses or just AC?
It says all defenses until you are hit by an attack or the
Nice.
battle ends.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, with that
I
+2,
mean, you can't
AC is 28.
you can't activate the Halo if you've already been hit in combat, right?
So
Right,
long as
but
she,
at the,
no,
when,
so
at the
long as
beginning
she,
of the battle, I can activate it, or later as long as I haven't been hit.
No, if you get hit before you activate it, that's fine. It's just you can only activate it once per battle, and once you get hit afterwards.
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Where were we?
So then all the GM has to do basically is give you a save effect because you're probably not going to save above high difficulty stuff any better than we are. That's table talk. I'm sorry.
So
Oh, yeah,
she
no,
doesn't
my
have,
mental-
like, a
my
ton of
mental
health,
defense
but
is
just, like,
ass.
the hitting is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where were we? Who just went? Was it Ellen? Are we on POW
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
POW.
Hi, what up?
Hi.
Mouse.
Sortopus, pretty cool guy. Honestly, maybe one day we'll settle our differences without having the fight.
We tried with the wizard guy.
I mean, we gave
I
him a
didn't get
snack.
scared.
We gave him a free sanguine snack, like. But then you did cut off one of his arms.
It
Yeah, I
does
think he
tend
still-
to irritate people.
Yeah, I think he's still mad at us. I enjoyed the new area we're in. Very interesting and unique aspect. With the literally walking on corpses, animated corpses. And what I liked about the sea is that it was very much open-ended, but also the trick is I don't care enough to go for cool loot if I can figure out where to leave.
That's fair. Ultimately, I think that's like the downfall of 13th Age, right? Loot doesn't matter as much.
I mean, it's nice, but also the Stone Thief literally has a punishment mechanic called submergence for us faffing about.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Take us home, Max.
Yeah.
Wait. If I can just jump in, that is a wish, right? Like a miss/wish. I want to see more of the submergence mechanic. I didn't hear anything about it last session when I was listening in. I didn't hear anything about it this session. I want it. All right, that's it.
Last session he said that your submerged die is number 1.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Okay. Never mind.
You're kind of frolicking about.
All right, Max.
Yeah, I really like that we have like music again, and it worked when I reloaded it, and I just like that like the whole party knew what was gonna happen just with one music cue, which was
Yes.
kind of cool.
The
Like
dream.
there's a bunch of applications and things like that just opens up more doors as a GM, and I think that's really fun and cool. I think that we made the right decision and just leaving right away, but I agree. I think that there were so many cool things that we could have checked out that if like there were good reasons why or like benefits that we would have gotten later down the road to check them out, like I don't know. I feel like if we have different plot hooks or different reasons why we should try to look at something, but otherwise as far as like the Stone Thief goes, you try to survive is the game. So it's like you leave the situation when you can. So I get it. It's tough, but I liked having choices and I liked our kind of party dynamic of making those choices.
One thing that will become readily apparent once we swap over to the B team. What you do or don't do in the Stone Thief has impacts. That's, I think, all we'll say about it, and we'll see how the gauntlet has changed since the last time you guys have been there. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, me too. Is that sort of like the thing that gets shuffled around? Because thinking about it, right, the dynamics of an entire dungeon that change around are clunky to put it like generously.
Mhm.
So is the gauntlet like the area that moves and changes,
So,
and
like,
everything else is sort of static, or what?
talking about the ecology of a living dungeon. For the Stone Thief, the gauntlet is its big barnacle filter. It shuffles it around in front of adventurers to try to grind them down into paste and eat them. It is its teeth. Whereas,
Okay.
well, I guess like the maw is like, if the maw is its mouth, yeah, the gauntlet is its teeth. Its digestive tract. It's
Sure.
tearing apart adventurers so that they don't, you know almost, maybe even immune system's the right word. Once you get past the gauntlet, which can be shuffled around even like live to be put in adventurer's way, the rest of the Stone Thief is just, you're inside its ecology, you're inside its water area, its tree area, its bone area, and each of them has its own, you know people and interactions and enemy types and things like that. But in the Stone Thief does shuffle around those levels and how they connect to each other as well.
Oh, okay.
Right now, the Sunken Sea is towards the top because it just had to suck in a bunch of water. But oftentimes, the Sunken Sea is at the bottom of the Stone Thief, and it's the drain for other levels.
Sure.
And the river would flow towards it and not away from it.
Slayer, stop
Right.
licking my mouse pad.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that was my question.
I'm excited for next session. Pow, I know what Max is gonna play, but Pow and Ellen,
Yeah.
you have Patches and Johnny, both of who were in Shadowport. But if either of you are interested in doing something else, let me know, and I have other character ideas that you can pull from that would also be like, hey, look, other adventurers are in the Thief too.
I mean, Patches is allegedly in Shadowport.
That's true. Anyways, take some time, message me what you're thinking of playing. Max, yeah, make sure all your sheets are updated at level 6 and good to go. Let me know if you need help with that. And I will see you all next week.
Will do, Papa.
Bye.